prepare yourselves. This is where the recording starts and scene. Share. Feeling. All right. I'm screen sharing. There we go. Welcome. This is the April 9th Bolinas Civic Group Community Meeting. And this one, we've come up with the illustrious title of, who knows what the title is? I do, because I invented it. It is Hands On. See, that's a play. That's a play on the hands-off rally. This is the hands-on, and then we got the hearts. I don't know if you know you can do this on your computers. Do you know how to make hearts come out? I want to give a special thanks to our media and sponsor communications strategic partner KWMR. I'd like to also thank the West Marin Fund and Not Other Joel for the technology that has been provided to us for this evening's event. And for those of you who don't know, you can donate to the Bolinas Civic Group at bolinascivicgroup.org/donate. We are a small group of people who care deeply about the community and communication, and we are a nonprofit. And feel free to go there and do the things, and we would appreciate that. Small group doing big things. All right, what's next? Next slide is something. Oh, the agenda. Fantastic. Okay, the agenda for this evening is pretty straightforward. We're going to do an announcement about Soup Saturday, the 4th of July. We're going to have Jordan from KWMR. We're going to talk about the summer camp, and then we're going to have a conversation about hands-on in the community. A small group tonight, that's okay. We'll just figure it out. We go as we go. No thing to worry about. So first up, St. Aidan's is doing a Soup Saturday on April 12th. If you haven't been to the Soup Saturdays, they're really nice events. There's soup, which is great. And Stephanie, who is the vicar, and I don't know if you've met Stephanie, but I would highly recommend meeting Stephanie. She's really great. There's everyone sitting around a table. There's usually like a chili, some sort of other soup. It's all really great. Highly recommend. And then there's some sort of music, which I feel like I've missed, but that's okay. And it's songs from Thursday Four, so he knows definitely piano. And there we go, St. Aidan's. We love it. Okay.
Hey, what time was it? I know you said it, but I missed it.
What's the
What time was it?
Oh shoot. It's at Stu. What time do we? Oh, April 12th. What time do they do Soup Saturday, Stu? You guys know. Hold up fingers.
Hold up fingers.
Hold up fingers. 10, 11, 12,
Well,
12.
well, fingers. Perfect.
So great. Okay. More. I think I did these slides backwards because of I think the fireworks. We'll just do the fireworks right now. There we go. Okay. Megan Matson, one of our board members, wanted to remind all of those of you that are involved in the Briones Lions Club. The 4th of July is coming up. Super exciting. There is a planning dinner. And for those of you who have not been involved in the 4th of July, you can text Megan her number. She loves giving out her phone number to everybody on the planet. And you can text her to join the dinner on April 17th. It may be over in Stinson at their community center. It may be at the boat club. I don't exactly know, nor do I remember. But there are a lot of jobs to sign up for 4th of July. I personally am signed up for running the parking lot and security because I like parking lots and security. Really, it's just about I just like putting things in their places. So there's a lot of available opportunities to sign up for things this year. It should be a really a banger. Last year was great. We're hoping for another really great year. Everyone can use your support in getting there. And then beyond that, I believe Jordan, would you like to talk about KWMR Day?
Happy to. Thanks, Emily. Yeah, my name's Jordan Bowen. If you can't tell from my background behind me, I'm from KWMR. Probably a new face to most of you. I'm filling in for Mia Johnson while she's on maternity leave. She just had her baby a couple of weeks ago. So
Jordan, I'm so sorry.
yeah,
What's the little baby's name?
Juliet,
Isn't that sweet? And a little baby, it's a little baby.
like real little
Little
nugget.
baby, and it's really beautiful. Sorry.
Yeah, really beautiful. So yeah, Juliet's born. I'm here while Juliet gets bigger. And the main thing I'm here to talk about is that at the end of our annual pledge drive, which now just happens in the spring from April 19th to May 2nd, uh, after the community shows us all that love, we like to give back and throw a huge party that's free for everyone. So it's KWMR Day at the Dance Palace on May 2nd. That's our birthday. So 26 years ago is when we threw the switch to put the radio on. We're gonna have tacos, we're gonna have a bar, we're gonna have a dance party, live music, cute radio. If you know their amazing show, are gonna be DJing. We'll have Spacesuit perform, silk screening. It's just gonna be a good, fun, casual, family-friendly mess that you can come.
Real quick, Jordan, hold on. Wait, is KWMR Day like an actual day? Like, is it like an official day?
It ought to be. I mean, I hope they officially declare it sometime, but
I think they did, Jordan.
they did for our
I
20.
think they did last
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
They
So
did. I think they have one of these. I
we're
think they
just
got one of
making a,
these
yeah, yeah. We're just making a tradition of it, right? So May
every year.
is
Yeah.
just something we're going to do every year. We're going to throw a party to give back to everybody. So please come. And the other thing I just want to say too is like KDMR is for you. It's yours. Use it. We're really an open door, literally an open door. Come by if you're doing an event, if you're doing a show, if you want to talk about something, if you want to get involved. Like we have over 100 volunteer programmers. Chances are there's something on KWMR for you. You can announce it on one of their shows. If you're a nonprofit, you can submit a PSA through our website and we'll talk about your event or talk about whatever you want people to know on the radio. On Thursday nights, we have a community buzz show hosted by Jeff Manson, where we interview, people who are doing shows or going to have readings or publishing a book or whatever you're up to. So let us know about it. If you're going to post on Nextdoor about it, if you're going to post on Westmoreland Commons about it, add us to your list. Like we're here, we'll amplify it. You can email Jeff Manson, jeff@kwmr.org. I'll put these emails in the chat too, or amanda@kwmr.org, or myself. So yeah, we're happy to help you guys get the word out. And also, if you want to do a show, we're an open door. It's such a cool. What I love about KWMR is that we're not like this protective, uptight organization. If you tune in at like any hour of the day, you never know what you're going to get. When I come in on Thursday mornings and Emily is doing this amazing, beautiful chaos that just totally melts my face off, what other station is going to have that at Thursday at 9 in the morning? You can do that too, or whatever you want. So just reminding you that if you've kind of forgotten about us or if you haven't thought about us in a while, tune back in, check out our Instagram. I'm always posting fresh things that I hear on the radio because I'm always discovering what we're up to too. So yeah, thanks Emily for having me. And if anyone has any questions or ideas or anything, I'm here. So
Jordan, thank you. I appreciate that you called my show face melting. I
yeah,
really,
yes,
really do appreciate
yes.
appreciate. I try really hard to melt as many faces as I can on Thursday morning. That's every other Thursday, not this one coming up, but the next one. I try to melt as many faces as I can. It's very sweet. And as a partner, Bolinas Civic Group is a partner with KWMR, and we appreciate not only Jordan showing up and KWMR Day, but in the spirit of bottom up democracy, KWMR is in fact truly a democratic organization. Anyone can go and do a show. You got to play by some rules, but you're allowed to melt faces, and I really appreciate that opportunity. As we're coming up to the next section of the meeting, uh, and so I see here, does anyone have any additional announcements for the community? Things that are popping off that they know about that they'd like to speak about this evening in this little announcement section while we wait to get into our next little bit? Anybody got anything? Enzo, you got something for us?
Well, yeah, maybe. Thank you, Emily. And hello, everybody. And thank you for doing this. I it's it's a great service. You guys are doing amazing work, bringing people together. Every meeting just is so rewarding. And thank you, Jordan, for your comments today. So yeah, I am working on this little sort of a conceptualizing the CineSpring idea, which is just, you see, there are so many great films and there's so, in a way, so little time. So I'm just trying to open the aperture a little bit. It's not fully baked, but I'm looking at mid-May. And what I'm trying to do is actually do one outdoor film in the park to finally launch the Starlight series. It'll be a free outdoor film in the park there. And Roseanne has agreed to fire up the pizza oven, which has always been part of the concept, so that people could go down there and get a pizza out of the pizza oven, bring a blanket, a chair, and watch a film in the park. So it's not fully crystallized. I wasn't going to announce it, but since you opened it up and I think are passing some time, I
Oh,
just kind of
absolutely passing
put
time, Enzo.
it
But
put it out there.
Cinespring,
Yeah.
Cinespring. That's a great name. So
Oh,
let me
thank you.
just get this straight. Pizza,
Yeah.
movie in the park. What kind of films are you thinking about showing?
Well, so we are going to show films also in the church, and one of the ones that I think we're going to show is something I saw at the Boulder Film Festival. It's this beautiful, moving film about a young woman that spent her gap year in Nepal and ended up becoming sort of a parent to over 50 kids, building an orphanage, and just absolutely moving. And her commitment to the work is remarkable. And her story of just human kindness is absolutely remarkable. So we're hoping to bring that and working with the filmmaker there. And then in the park, really, actually, I'm kind of working with Jeff Warren to try to help curate something that hopefully hits the family notes and the other Bolinas notes. So we haven't announced which one that'll be, but we're just looking for something that's fun and easy and playful, but also not too commercial. So probably something with music. Um, so yeah, thank you. Yeah, it should be a nice gathering, I'm hoping. And stay tuned for more information.
I think it sounds great. Summer, any sort of summer event, I think new summer events are good, and the film festival has been doing a great job, doing new and fun things for the community. And it's doing great. I love the idea of having the outdoor thing, and I love pizza. Pizza is literally my favorite food these days. So, thank
Yeah,
you
there's been some
for.
nice magic moments in terms of just like feeling like we sort of do have a movie house in our village, which I think is kind of emotionally moving in a certain way. I love it. Um, so yeah, so stay tuned and thank you, Will. I mean, honestly, I feel like before this was even a seed of an idea, you invited me to come present, and I'm just so grateful. So thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Um, Well, we've got Kathy is here, and I want to welcome Kathy and Ellie, and Angie. And all th well, Angie really reached out earlier to talk about the Stinson summer camp. And so we came up with a little bit of we have some slides to talk about the kids. And Kathy, you're going to talk about some stuff with the summer camp for a little bit while I show some slides of the kids having a good time.
That's kind of the way we think this should run.
Fan
So, yeah,
Fantastic. Well, I'll start sharing the slides.
okay,
And you can just start talking whenever you want.
okay. Well, the Bolinas Stinson Summer Camp has been around for 30 years. This summer will be our 31st season, and we're quite well installed in the summertime vibe of the town of Bolinas because we're all over the place and the children are very exuberant and very busy doing things and going places constantly, which is our goal. And the reason that I'm here tonight is to say that this year, unlike any other year, we're having a real challenge put to us by lack of funding coming into the camp for our scholarship fund from the West Marin Fund, who no longer funds ongoing projects. So we're looking to raise about $20,000 for our scholarship fund this year. And we have started doing that. We have some money raised and we still are looking for more money to come in. And I'm here to emphasize things about this program that make it so valuable for us. to want to support it and keep it going. And it is a homegrown, community-based program for the children of Bolinas, and the opportunities that they're given during the summer are pretty wonderful and broad. We love to send them in all different directions, and we love to teach them things about the nature that's around us. And we love to bring in art for the children, and there's a great sense of family that's been built up over the years with people making friends and children making friends, and having them grow up with those friends during the course of their time, their many years in camp, and the opportunity for young people to grow into being more responsible in their positions in the camp and taking on the assistant counselor positions and then counseling positions. So it's a really organic kind of program that feeds into the town and the needs of the town. And we need quite a substantial amount of money from people in the town this year to help what we do make a pledge to do every year, which is to support any child who wants to come to camp to be able to do that, no matter how much financial lack they have to be able to come. So we have a scholarship fund that has grown, and it's grown mightily in the last few years to where we need now $20,000. We had 39 kids in camp last year who were on scholarship, which amounts to about 30% of our population. Those kids attended camp for a total of 108 weeks of our program. So that's quite a bit of time, and we want those children to be with us. We want this community, the community of the summer camp, to reflect the community of Bolinas. So it's our real main goal to achieve every year. So we have different ways that people can make a donation. We are looking and hoping that people will consider donating maybe on the order of a week at a time of camp for a child. A week of time for a child in camp is $400. And you can sponsor a child in a way, any child, a camper, not a specific camper, but you could feel that you're sponsoring a camper by buying into the camp for a donation of 1 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks of camp. And we have a group that's been building some inroads to raise fundraising, and we're hoping that people will consider joining that group. They're called the Boosters, and and actually the Boosters are any person who is able to give a donation of $500 or more to the camp. And there is a committee that hopefully will be working every year towards the goal of meeting our scholarship needs. And so to the people who are here tonight, I would say, if you are inclined to make a donation, you can, there are different ways you can do that. One is to Venmo the camp, and our Venmo account is at Bolinas Stinson Summer Camp, or PayPal at Bolinas Stinson Boston Summer Camp, excuse me. Or you can mail a check to P.O. Box 1034, Bolinas, and specify that your check is for a scholarship donation. We're looking to raise a lot of money, and we have to turn to our community for that money. And we hope that you will join us and become part of the summer camp community and enjoy the children that are so lively in our town during the summer. And I don't know, is there anything more? Angie and Ellie, should I say anything more?
I was just going to say, if you need to find that info about how to donate, it's Ellie, who has done a great job as the webmaster these days, has put all that information on the website, on the Bolinas Stinson Summer Camp website. So all those methods that you can pay are on there. And
we're also just trying to spread the word in general, like not necessarily a donation from any of you all, but which would be great. But also to spread the word that that's what we're needing. And if you know anyone who loves the camp or loves children or has money to donate, that those are the people we're trying um, to find. Uh, and I think a lot of people don't realize that a summer camp might be needing funds, and for, you know, it's not something you would maybe think about. And so that's kind of what we're trying to get the message out now, is that it's a program that's needing funding for a great reason.
I would just like to say that there is nothing better for the last 5 or 6 years that I've been in town than in the summertime seeing such an incredible group of kids all over the town of like it really gives Wes Anderson vibes. Like could not be the most adorable summer camp ever. There's a purity to it that is like felt deeply. So I'm a huge fan of the summer camp kids, of the vibes of the summer camp, of the support that the summer camp gives to members of our community who are counselors. It's like there's art. I mean, the mural that we got down on Wharf Road was so cool the other day or last year. And so I'm just a huge fan personally. And I'm very supportive and want to be very supportive of the summer camp, and will absolutely do my best to help communicate this current ask. And I got the website. I put a link into the chat for everybody about the camp. And you know, it's I think it's a tough time as things are changing. Things are definitely changing here in our community. And I think that it's everyone's sort of feeling like, what do we do now? And so I think you're not alone in the need and the desire to get the word out there about what's important. And you guys just, it's a great camp. I love it. The little flags, the kids running around, it's super awesome. So I'll do my part to help communicate that. I see uh that, you know, I don't know if there's a segue here into like the whole point of the meeting. Um, but to a certain degree, I think that you know, we tied this idea of like, what does it mean to be hands-on in our community, right? It was this idea of like, there's a national problem that's like, hands off our stuff. But in this community, as I've seen for the past couple of years, we're all hands-on. I see John just showed up here on the chat. Hi, John. John's here. John's been doing stuff. Everyone's doing hands-on stuff. And so I feel like anyone that is participating in hands-on community work, I had a bunch of questions, and we don't really have like I don't know if we have a quorum or whatever, if we want to talk about stuff, but I do know that it is a tough time for everybody. And I think that one of the best things that I can think of to do in this current time is to consider what it takes for us to help each other out, more than anything else, to focus on, as I like to say, fight the feds, not each other, is my new line. You know, take care of our own in this community. I think it's a hard time for everybody. So the civic group's here along with you to share in that, and we could get into like, you know, we could get into a convo if people want. We don't have to. We could go outside and watch the sunset. We could do whatever we want, but that's pretty much it in terms of curated content. But I do want to leave it open for the conversation about what does it mean to be hands-on our community if anybody's interested in having that convo. But no pressure because it's super nice out.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
All right. Well, the civic group, you know, we're doing our thing. We're moving, like we're struggling with just like anyone else to maintain relevance. We have a small group of people tonight. It's hard to do monthly meetings. It's hard to, you know, put a bunch of stuff out there every month after month, year after year. We're honored to have an opportunity to have some support to be able to keep this going. And I think more than anything, having you folks here in the room tonight with us has been helpful enough. I think as we continue along in the journey of what this world is these days, I think it's important to remember that it's moments like these where we can share information with each other and get the word out there, um, you know, to everybody about what's up. We're going to keep slugging away as best as we can. And if anyone needs anything, promotion or anything, the website that we have is happy to share that stuff. So you can send us some details. We'll put some stuff up there. We've got some changes coming up for the Briones Fourth of July thing. I think the fourth is a big thing. We can maybe, if you guys want, we can put up some stuff around the summer camp. If you guys want to promote any of that on the website, we're happy to point you guys. Oh, look who it is. Ah, thanks, Stu. Look at that curl. That curl. Stu. Do you put those in you should put those in the paper. I'm gonna screenshot that real quick, save it from my files. Um, coming up next, sorry for the short meeting, but there's just, it's a time in which this relies on the pure democracy of people showing up and wanting to communicate. And so I could talk forever, but that's not always the best. And I'd much rather hear from our community. So I do appreciate you all. Our next meeting is going to be on May 14th. And we said 6 to 7:30, although we might be shifting to summer hours because it's so nice out and this is early. And we are, let me just actually stop for a second and just talk a couple of updates. Um, there's we did a community needs survey and finalized it back in December with a report that is up on the website now. I'm just going to go there real quick. This is more for, let's see, I'm just going to share this community projects, community needs. Let me just share this real quick. We spent a lot of time asking our community what they might need. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. Let's see if that works. Okay. So there's a community needs report that has a whole bunch of words and details about what we discovered. You can download that and share that. It's a really good picture into the community. Spent a fair amount of time doing these actual surveys here, and they're still up there. And so they can still be taken. We're going to do another one of these in which you can fill out. And we have a lot of information there for folks. So these are really important because when I go to meetings with other West Marin nonprofits and nonprofit funders, the clear data-driven picture of this community is really important. A lot of people don't realize that Bolinas is the largest population center in West Marin. A lot of people don't realize that it's, anywhere, in terms of full-time residents and then how we balloon in the summer. In terms of density, it is the most populous place in West Marin, and that's kind of wild. Um, and so we're trying to continue to build the bridges with the other things. I did a radio show on KWMR Epicenter. I don't know if you're familiar with Epicenter, but I had an interview with Ariane Dar with some really interesting thoughts about why it's so challenging to build bridges in Bolinas to others. And conceptually, you should go listen on KWMR to the interview that I did with her because it talks about how we don't just have sort of the intrinsic isolation in ourself, but we have also this sort of physical. We are on a peninsula, and it takes us a lot longer to get places than others, and so we have this thing. So it's an interesting interview, and I think it's worth considering. In the chat, Tina's asking about Bo Ukes. Real quick, John, do you have anything to say about the Ukes? You're a little muted. It's okay. And you don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah, here I am.
Just passing on Tina's.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, where are we at? Well, BPUD is kind of taking the lead at this point, dealing with the county. We have a meeting on the 17th with HT Harvey, which is the ecological consultants that we hired to design our restoration plan and also for their guidance getting through CEQA. So this will be an introduction of HT Harvey to Georgia and Jack and Kevin at the BPUD so that they can coordinate on next steps in the process with the county, which is we are somewhere between being approved at the planner and being reviewed by the Coastal Commission pending CEQA. So we're right in the middle of it. I don't have any real definitive, concrete, tangible, notable bits of progress. Other than that, we're just in the quagmire of it all. And there's the sign.
I see a sign of physical progress.
Yeah, look at that. There's the sign. Thanks, Will. That is a tangible physical thing. Thank
Right
you.
there. It's right there.
Yeah, and I think it looks pretty good, you guys. What do you think? We went around and around on color schemes and design and official but not too official, big but not too big. But I think we landed with a pretty good sign. It has produced absolutely zero donations so far, but you know, at least hopefully it is keeping people's awareness of this existent.
I would like to say that I think the sign is a beautiful sign, John. I think that the color scheme is fantastic. The prohibitory no entries and little things. I think it's a beautiful sign. I really do.
All right. Well, that
Anything
credit goes
special?
mostly to Ashley and Janice and Jonna. I think were the drivers of the graphics. Luckily, my ideas were overruled. So
Fair enough. Fair enough.
anyway, they did a great job. So we're thrilled with that. Thank you.
Yeah. And then Tina wanted to Tina, you brought up rumor control. I know nothing about the post office, so I can't say anything about it because I don't know anything about it. If people are having rumors, well, that just seems like par for the course in this community now, doesn't it? But no news. I did have a dream about John Borg the other night, though. Angie, you're unmuted. You got any rumor mill stuff?
It's only that you guys know that now that there's some actual boxes in the Stinson post office, some people, I do not know the rhyme or reason, but actual boxes have appeared along where the window is in the Stinson post office. I pick up mail for at least 6 people every week, and so 2 of the 6 people, most of our businesses I pick up for, just happen to be 2 of the boxes. And so the keys, the last set of keys that I got, which I guess was probably for Alima, fit these boxes.
That's gossip. That's gossip.
I mean, it's actually true. It's even better than gossip. It's actually true.
That's real.
I can confirm that this is an
tangible
actual
evidence.
thing.
You have a box that was in Alima, that was in Bolinas, now went to Alima, now is in Stinson, and the key still works.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, just in case you think if you go to the box and there's no mail, that you don't have any mail. The last time I went, I asked for my usual 6 boxes at the desk because I didn't even realize about the other boxes yet. And I got my mail, and it wasn't till then that I went out and realized I could open a couple of the boxes with a key, but the mail that I had got was not in those boxes. I had got it at the desk. So I think you still have to, I think they're still working it out.
Well, the good news
Go
is
see if your box is there. It might be one of the boxes.
it seems just as complicated as it's always been, and there's been an extreme lack of communication as it's always been. So love the status quo we're on these days. Fantastic. We just figure it out for yourselves, folks.
Yeah, bring your magnifying glasses. It's really hard to find your. I don't know why there's some and not everybody, but you know, maybe we could come up with some fun reasons. I don't know. Maybe they did like a bingo and. I don't know.
Nice. All right. Anybody got any social commentary? Any commentary? Wendy, you're unmuted. Is there something you'd like to say?
Yeah, I just know that there's so many different big deal things going on in the community that could really use I think our community could really use some like communication with each other, like an outlet for communicating with each other, hard stuff going on, and just wondering if this is a possible place for that. It's just a brainstorm on my own personal end, not anything formal.
I would, of those things that have come up in the community, that are difficult, that have caused a lot of strife, all of those organizations were reached out to before this meeting, and invited to present this evening, and they all of the folks that were there, chose not to communicate through the civic group this time. So
Um,
yes, the
there's
civic
that. Yeah, that's good to hear. I mean, not good to, I don't know. That's
The
interesting to
the civic
hear.
group is open to all. What is our mission statement? Hold on, I'm gonna read their mission statement. Hold on, let's bring the mission statement up real quick because I think this is
But
important.
I'm wondering, like, community, like in general, not necessarily from the organizations. I don't really know. I don't have a full thought. It's just a thought while we're here.
Well, I would give my thoughts are is that this is a forum that occurs every month that is open to all community members to say whatever the heck they want. Because the civic group is mission is to encourage a platform for all citizens and has no membership requirements, dues, or opinions. It's simply a way for us all to work together. We take no stance, and we encourage everyone. We really do encourage everyone to dream, plan, create, and promote community-focused projects. And so I would implore anyone who really enjoys fighting on the internet, to maybe cut that stuff out and start coming and talking with their community members in real life, IRL. I know it's hard, and there's a generational challenge, between how people communicate, and I know that it's challenging, but I think we're all doing our best and have been for the past couple of years to try to continue to bridge those gaps. It's a difficult time, I think, for a lot of folks in a lot of different ways. But I would encourage everyone to reach out to the members of the community and to promote maybe the availability of the civic group's opportunity, for this kind of dialogue. It's not as quick as posting some garbage on Nextdoor and then starting a fight, and it gives you an entirely different type of dopamine than the youngins might be used to. But as someone who is watching the torch of this community be passed from one to another, it is a shame that the winds of change are attempting to blow it out. So
Well
um,
said. And
let's
I'm not,
let's do our best to shield those in the community from the winds that are threatening the ability for us to actually work together. Because I don't get too political. We are a 501(c)(3), not a 501(c)(4). We have no politics, but at the end of the day, things are not looking great, in terms of resourcing. We are going to have to take care of each other. We should really figure out how to do it. I really spent a lot of time 2 years ago, and I don't like talk about myself because people say I'm all ego driven. That's not the case. 2 years ago, I watched a lot of people fighting. I've been trying for the last couple of years to have this group as an opportunity for people to figure out how to communicate. We've been doing it, so we shouldn't stop. So I encourage everyone to just remind everybody that there is a public forum, that is hosted, and maybe it's time to do one in IRL, and at the community center again. And maybe it'll be tough, but maybe we should do it again. Just to be honest, the only reason, is that I'm trying to survive too. It's not easy out here, and work is work, and money's money, and we're not receiving the funding that anyone would expect. We have to start relying on each other and figuring out how we can make this work. So um, yeah. So
so
if you,
I would advocate for a in-person, don't know what I would call it, um, talk talking to each other, not recorded, um, time. If and so thank you for that support.
yeah, I mean, we'd be happy to do. The community center has been gracious enough to offer it up. If the next community meeting, I mean, you guys know it's a lot of work, for me and I have support from Annabelle, but she's working like 3 jobs. I'm working like 3 jobs. This is not an easy thing to do, but I think it is time to meet in person. So I'm going to commit on record, on video, that we will do an in-person meeting next month, because I'm not scared of being recorded. Because I believe in what I say. So let's meet up next month. More information, bolinascivicgroup.org. Uh, Thank you for all showing up, even in the small group that you are. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so happy to keep it going. I really do appreciate you all. Um,
Well,
Thanks for helping to keep the
Thank you.
flame
Likewise.
of the torch burning in this community.
And I just want to second one thing real quick before we go, which is I really
Sure.
enjoy your Thursday morning show as well. So for those who don't tune in on Thursday, you should if you find yourself near any transmitter, it's a lot of fun.
What's the name of the show, Enzo?
The time wait, hold on. The time is now. Gosh, am I
It's
getting it?
time now.
It's time now. It's time
It's
now. Yeah.
time
It's
now.
time now. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
If you would have given
and
me another second, I would have gotten that. Yeah,
you're
it's
so
time now.
close, but real quick, just because I'm gonna just cross all the streams real quick. I'm gonna share my screen again. I'm gonna do a little shameless self-promotion, but Jordan's gonna appreciate this too, because Jordan is helping the radio station out. But just real quick, do you know this is exciting? The KWMR store has just added, where are they? It's time now merch. There's a lot of merch here, but we have our look at this. Who doesn't want an it's time now coffee mug? Come on.
Cute.
And that's a pretty good price for a coffee mug. That's custom deluxe. That logo, look at that. Look at the stars in there. Look at that. That took a look. It's got the numbers and there's all sorts of merch there. And actually there's merch for a couple of other shows. And it's all very affordable stuff. It supports your local community radio station who is supporting communication and engagement in our community in an open and free way from you to the people to everybody. So get yourself, I mean, look at this totally like look at this. Wait, hold on. This is what look at that. Look at that tank top. Come on, it's time now for real. Anyway, thank you, Enzo, for giving me a chance to promote KWMR again.
before we go, can I say one quick thing, totally different subject than I brought up? Um, as a Marine Mammal Center volunteer, I'm not speaking for them, I'm speaking for myself. But just if you see, it's been really busy in all kinds of ways. And if you see any marine mammal in any kind of what you think might be distress, don't be afraid to call us at 415-289-SEAL, SEAL, or 7325. Um, anyway, that's all.
Fantastic. And don't pet the baby seals or look them in the eyes. They will follow you around the ocean and decide that you're their mommy, and that will be tragic for you for the rest of your life because you will always feel sad. Not saying that happened to me, but boy, don't look them in the eyes. Okay. Okay. Well, we did a good job of filling up this meeting and all the convos. I really appreciate it. I think it's a banger. It's a banger. I think every time we get together, no matter what, and it's like feel good, I'll take that as a win. These days, I will take anything as a win. So thank you all for showing up this evening. It's time now to get hands-on in our community. And by that, let's help each other. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We'll see you in person on. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe I need to do the slide real quick. One real quick. Where'd it go? Where'd the slide go? May 14th. May 14th. Here, we're going to put the slide one more time. This is more for the recording. There we go. May 14th, 6 to 7:30 p.m. We'll figure it out. There'll be comms. It'll be great. And everyone have a great night.
Thank you, Emily.
Thanks, Emily.
Bye, everybody.
See you soon.
Thank you.
See you soon.